Hi, my name's Nicole. Welcome to my channel, Lazy Creek Homestead, where I hope to be an inspiration to you in all things mom life, on the homestead, but especially in the kitchen. Today, I have a special video for you guys. It's a collab with some great ladies. Sammy from Managing the Maze and Valerie from Valerie Hargett. There are some great ladies with some awesome channels, and they are hosting collab with Christmas recipes. There's going to be so many fun inspiration in this collab, and I hope you guys can give everybody a watch. Today, I'm going to share with you what we call poor man's beef Wellington. It's simple and pretty easy to make and budget friendly and a crowd pleaser. You can make it with hamburger. It's so great. Wait until you see it. And then I'm going to share with you Christmas cake. It's a very simple cake with ingredients that you probably already have in your pantry. Cranberries are going on sale this time of year, and honestly, I encourage you to mix it up any way you want to. So let's get in the kitchen, and I'm going to share with you some great recipes that will be perfect for Christmas. Hello, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to make something that my family lovingly calls our poor man's beef Wellington. We're going to start off with our normal meatloaf recipe. I got about 2.5 pounds of ground beef in here, and I've already put in my seasonings. I don't really measure things. I kind of just go by taste, eyeball. You know, I measure with my heart, but I put in some Italian seasoning, some onion powder, a little bit of pepper. I got this new garlic and herb. I really have been enjoying that, so I put in a little bit of this. I also added some garlic powder because I really like garlic, and a little sprinkle of Montreal seasoning. I'm going to add in some barbecue sauce, a little bit of this steak sauce for kind of a added smoky flavor, and we're going to put in a few little drips of Worcestershire sauce, and we'll put our breadcrumbs in and a couple eggs, and we're going to mix this all together. And because my measurements are not exact, I put in a good couple of squeezes of barbecue sauce, a splash of the steak sauce, a little bit of the Worcestershire sauce, and there is 2 eggs, firm fresh, and we're going to take off the rings and give this meatloaf a good mix. Alright, so we got all of our spices and our egg and our wet ingredients mixed into this hamburger. I'm going to add in some breadcrumbs, and I'm going to show you how we're going to pat this out and get it ready to make it into our mini beef Wellingtons. Alright, so I took out about a good handful size of our meatloaf. I got a bunch of these Christmas mats for free. They're placemats, but because I got them for free, I use them as like cutting boards and things. So we're going to pat out our hamburger out on this. I'm going to stuff it with cheese, and we're going to roll it up. And then we're going to put some puff pastry into these little ramekin bread pans. And we're going to fold it all up and brush it with an egg wash and bake it in our oven. And that is going to be our mini beef Wellingtons. You can honestly put anything inside this meatloaf. You don't have to put anything in it. We really like cheese around here, so we're going to put a little bit of cheese inside. Okay, so we got our cheese in there. We're just going to kind of roll up our patted out meatloaf. And then we're just going to get it into a little bit of a meatloaf shape. And then I'll show you the next step. Alright, so we have our mini meatloafs shaped, and we got our puff pastry. We're just going to kind of stretch it out a little bit. And this is so simple. It just makes kind of like a crowd pleaser. It's really nice to have on a special occasion. We do this on Christmas. We're just going to wrap our puff pastry right around our meatloaf. And then we're going to stick it in our little greased bread pan. And then we'll give them a slit and an egg wash and get them in the oven. Alright, so we have all of our little mini beef Wellingtons wrapped in our puff pastry. So we're just going to give it a little slit. And then I have one beaten egg with a little bit of water, and we're just going to brush the egg wash over these, and we're going to cook them in a 450-degree oven, and I'll let you know about how long. Alright, so our beef Wellington are out of the oven. They cooked for about 40 minutes. They look absolutely delicious. We are going to let them cool, and we'll plate this up. This is a great dish to serve at your Christmas dinner. It really doesn't take much effort, but looks absolutely beautiful. And the individualized, everybody gets their own, or you could probably make a couple in like a normal bread pan size. But I wouldn't go too much bigger than that, where you run the risk of your meatloaf not cooking all the way and maybe burning your puff pastry. And here are our little imitation mini beef Wellingtons. They are delicious and easy. They look so good. I stuffed my little meatloafs with cheese, but you can stuff them with whatever you want, not stuff them. Make your favorite meatloaf recipe, grandma's meatloaf recipe. But look at that, delicious. Definitely a crowd pleaser. We served ours with a little bit of roasted potatoes and Brussels sprouts and a side of Parmesan noodles. Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to make some Christmas cake. So in my bowl here I have 2 cups of sugar, and we are going to add 3 eggs, and we're going to whip that up really good because that's our leavening for this cake. There's no baking powder or baking soda or anything like that in here. And then once that is all nice and fluffy and pretty much almost doubled in size, we are going to add in a stick and a half of butter, 2 cups of flour. I have 1 bag of cranberries, and I'm just going to put in about 2 tablespoons of orange juice and a little bit of vanilla extract and almond extract. So let's get our eggs into the bowl. So we have our 3 eggs in the bowl, and we are going to mix them with our KitchenAid. Alright, we have whipped our eggs and sugar together for about 5 minutes or so, and it's kind of started to form a thick batter. We have like this ribbon coming off. Everything's mixed together well. So now we're going to add in our stick and a half of butter and our vanilla and almond extract. So we have about 2 drops of almond extract in there and a little bit of our homemade vanilla extract. And then we are going to add in our 2.5 sticks of butter. Alright, so we have our butter in here, And we're just going to mix this all for about 2 minutes or so everything is nice and incorporated. So our butter is all nice and mixed in, and now we're gonna slowly add in our 2 cups of flour, and we're gonna get that mixed in as well. All right, so we have both of our cups of flour incorporated in here. We're going to take off our paddle attachment, and we are going to stir in or kind of fold in our cranberries. And that sun is a killer. Sorry about that coming through the window. This busy working mama's got to take advantage of the time when she has it, even though it's not the best lighting. Alright, so everything is mixed together nicely. We're going to add in cranberries. Mine are frozen, but you can put in fresh, and we're just going to fold it together. And then I'm going to add a couple of teaspoons of the orange juice, and we're going to get this into a grease pan. Alright, and we are going to add 2 tablespoons of orange juice. Give this one more good mix. You could put orange zest in there, or, you know, whatever orange flavor you like. And then we're going to put it in, I have a big, like, bread pan size that I'm going to cook this in, but you can cook it in a regular, like, cake pan. Bread pan, and we're just going to get this cake into here and cook it in our 350-degree oven. My batter's thick because my cranberries were frozen, but it's still going to be delicious. Alright, our Christmas cake is out of the oven, and we are going to let it cool, and then we are going to put a orange glaze on top. It's going to be so delicious. Alright, so we are going to make a glaze for our Christmas cake. I got a little less than a cup of powdered sugar, and I like to wing things, so I'm just going to kind of go for it. I'm going to start off with about a tablespoon, maybe 2 tablespoons, and we're going to mix that together. And if I need a little bit more, I'll add a little bit more, but we kind of want to make this a little runny. A little bit of liquid goes a long way with powdered sugar. I think I might need to add just a little bit more liquid. Alright, and this is a good consistency. This is for the glaze. And this, I love the cranberry orange flavor. So we're going to pour this over our Christmas cake. Alright, so we have glazed our Christmas cake. I ended up doubling the amount of glaze I put it on, and my kids are like, that's not enough. So I ended up doing 2 cups of powdered sugar and 4 tablespoons of the orange juice. You could use just water or a little bit of milk, really anything to kind of thin that out. But like I mentioned, I really enjoy the cranberry orange flavor. So we're gonna take this out and cut it up and enjoy. All right, we're gonna cut into our cake, and we are gonna eat this for dessert tonight. But look at the cranberries kind of burst inside of it, and it's just moist and delicious. It's kind of thick, like a coffee cake almost, but the flavor is just amazing. This cake is delicious. The tartness from the cranberries with the sweetness of the glaze, that little hint of orange, just amazing. So moist and delicious. I really hope you guys can give this a try. It's very easy to make. Don't let whipping the eggs and sugar intimidate you. It's so easy. I'll have the recipe in the description box. Well, I hope those recipes gave you some inspiration to do something a little special for your Christmas dinner. The imitation beef Wellingtons are a crowd pleaser and really easy. I really stuff them with anything that you like. Use your favorite meatloaf recipe and just zhuzh it up with some store-bought puff pastry. It's so easy. And the Christmas cake was delicious, moist and tart. I loved it. Don't forget to check out the other ladies in the collab. I will have that listed in the description box, and I'll be talking to you in the comments.